Hi, I'm Dan Francis, and we are back with another weekly buffer. Kicking off this week, Monday we started with a 3D printer station overhaul. Our 3D printers help support production inventory and shipping inserts, and we've kind of brought it into our production process, but it was always kind of out in the back of the warehouse. So we were able to take that station and give it a bit of an overhaul, a new platform that is a bit more stable, and we doubled the printer array size we have so that we can print on demand as needed. This allows us to really easily and actively update the designs to support whatever accessories are shipping. For example, there is the standard power cord insert, which holds it perfectly. And if you get a longer custom power cord, we can do a different insert that will fit that specifically as well. So this is a very flexible way for us to create inserts in a small manufacturing environment. The prints that we use are actually quite efficient. They start with an adaptive cubic pattern, so it has large openings at the bottom of the print where the strength is not needed. Then as it gets closer to the insert shapes, it gets in higher density, creating more strength. We also use a lot of these 3D printed bins to hold and manage inventory. We use a Kanban system here at MSB, which is basically a mechanical inventory where we control the reserve quantity of parts so that when we reach those bins, we know we need to reorder stock. So you can see here, we have some blue bins. These are our Kanban bins. And when we get to the blue bin inventory, we then scan a QR code and send a reorder form to our machine department or our purchasing department to get more of those materials ordered. Now, with this new station together, we're more productive and able to support our new product developments, including the Sentinel DAC. Speaking of, Sentinel DAC production continues this week. Along with many of the sub-assemblies for the power supply, the DAC preamps, and the clock-based assemblies, we are also laser etching the serial number name badges. This starts with a deeper engrave, an ablation, that takes away some of the material. But that higher temperature removal leaves a dark, more burned finish. So after the material is removed, we go through with a cleaning surface finish. So that will take it from this dark color to a lighter color. And then to round it off, we run a perimeter etch cleaning that helps clean up the jagged edges of the deep material removal. After that, we wipe it off with alcohol and have a beautiful serial number badge ready for a Sentinel DAC. We are also processing a production of the Bacch processors this week. So the chassis just came back from the anodizer, and we're doing the laser marking for the chassis and the badging. This is an OEM product we manufacture the casework for. We also received samples of our new copper PVD finish. So this is something that's still in the works. We're really excited and love the finish that we got back, but it's not quite the finish we're looking for. I think it's a little too bronze, and we want something with a little bit more of a richness to it. So we're working with our partner to add a little bit more red and yellow coloring into the recipe so that it'll have a little bit more of a rich copper aesthetic, but it'll still end up being a bit more of an aged copper aesthetic instead of a bright orange copper. Last week, I machined the first set of shipping crates for the Sentinel DAC in my home wood shop. I will definitely do a video tour of my wood shop and how I make all the packaging materials for our higher end products like the amplifiers, things that are going freight. But for now, we're putting together this first sample. We're testing the foam, testing the packaging, making sure everything fits and that it will be able to safely deliver Sentinel DACs to customers. These crates are CNC cut out of Baltic birch, giving them a very strong performance in freight. We used to use kind of an assembled crate, but we would have forklifts that would hit the outside of the crate with the tooth, and there is no substitute for having a real solid plywood box. So with these products, we want them to be very safely transported, so we're going all out with these custom-built boxes. In total, we're gonna have 2 bottom boxes. These will be the foundation of the Sentinel DAC. One will have the large analog converter, and the other will have the power base. And then on top, we'll have 1 box for the digital director, and then another accessory box. So this accessory box will have your power cords, your foot pucks, manual, and any other extra items we need to add. As soon as that's verified, we're gonna kick off production on that packaging, and next week, maybe I can show you a behind the scenes of my wood shop and a little bit of that manufacturing process. Thanks for joining me today. If you have any comments or questions, please drop them down below. We'd love to talk back and forth, and maybe I can address some of those questions in a future video. Please like and subscribe if you'd like to continue to see these updates as we come out with them. Thanks for joining us today. Take care, and we'll see you next week.